Hey friends, what's good? How are you? You will hit your $1 million in business sooner if you let your business be imperfect. You will hit your $1 million sooner if you let your business be imperfect. And I know, women of color coaches, you don't really struggle with strategy. You struggle with starting. And it's not because you're unmotivated, it's not because you're lazy, it's because you were raised to believe that if it's not perfect, it's not acceptable. So let's talk about that. Let's change that. Let's help you to take one action today so that you get into the momentum to keep taking actions consistently. Because the core problem that I am hearing on my coaching calls with my clients, even on sales calls with potential leads, is I know what to do, but I am not doing it consistently. And the reason why you don't execute consistently is because you believe that your business must look perfect before you show up, before you post that content, before you sell, before you get on a sales call, before you raise your price, before you launch, before you say to your potential leads, I can help you, you always think my messaging isn't clear enough. You always think I need a website, I need to do brand shoots, I need to have a clearer brand before I get the next client. You think about I should organize my content, I should have a content calendar before I sell. Those are the things that keeps you from getting consistent clients. Because if you think if I show up imperfect, people won't take me seriously. Who resonates with that? Because we women of color coaches, we experts, okay, we were not raised to be visible, okay? We were raised to be correct. We learned not to embarrass the family. We learned not to make mistakes in public. We learned not to draw attention to us, and we learned not to be loud. Don't get it wrong, right? These are the stuff we learned over and over again when we were young, when we were in our 20s. And now, as a business owner, as a coach, you are not fighting inconsistency. You are fighting the conditioning that you were grew up with. You are not delaying because you are confused. You are delaying making the decisions because you don't want to look wrong. You don't want to fail publicly. And what I want to tell you is that will make the things easier is that imperfection is not the barrier. Imperfection is the path. And I needed to learn that over and over and over again. Like I invested so much money into coaches, into mentorships, into masterminds to only learn this one thing, that imperfection in entrepreneurship is the path. Your $1 million will come faster when you stop trying to protect yourself from looking messy, protect yourself from looking stupid, protecting yourself from looking like you are making mistakes, and you will see the $1 million faster if you start letting people see you lead, how you are leading. Because you people don't buy your coaching offer because it is looking polished, because you have a website, because you have a brand. Your clients, the clients who want to work with you, who want to stay with you long term, they buy your conviction. They buy your belief, they buy your consistency, and they buy your leadership. They buy your willingness to show up, especially when it is imperfect. I remember the days when my English was all over the place. I remember even the videos from 2020. I cursed a lot on the videos, like a lot. It was imperfect, right? And I still decided to keep showing up, to learn the skill of showing up and be visible, to learn the skill that imperfection is the path. It was a skill that I needed to learn as well in order to keep executing consistently without sabotaging myself by taking the perfect action. Because the belief that perfection earns respect is the exact belief holding you back from the income that you want. Because the coaches who are making the most money, the coaches who are hitting 6 figures, who are hitting 7 figures, their businesses were built on messy content, right? They had imperfect launches. They published content that were not even edited. They actually post content that were not planned. They didn't have a content calendar, right? They hit the 7 figures because they made decisions quickly. The decisions they made quickly got them to the 7 figures. And they still kept going while you kept being in this planning mode, you kept being in this refining mode. So the reason why I tell you this is that I understand that you are in this planning mode, that you are in this, let me refine this before I go out there and before I sell, before I talk to the next lead, before I sell my offer consistently. I get it. I totally get it. But the one step you need to take, the one mindset shift you need to have is that imperfection in entrepreneurship will get you to your millions. Because you won't get there with being perfect. You will only see the sabotage that you are doing by waiting before you are posting, by waiting before you are learning the skill of launching, by waiting before you are doing paid ads, because you still want to keep things perfect. So in order for you to take actions today, I want you to shift this one belief that is going to shift you, okay, is every imperfect action moves me toward my million. This is what I am telling myself every single day. So when I see myself going back into this conditioning of, this content is not good enough, or I should have edited it more and make it more the hooks should be better. Or if I tell myself, I'm not ready, the one belief I tell myself over and over again every single day is every imperfect action moves me toward my million. So yesterday, I actually worked on my paid ads, and I have been working on these paid ads for, for a week. And the one thing that helped me to publish the paid ad is telling myself that imperfect action moves me toward my millions. I don't need to have perfect ads in order to launch them. How long are those perfect ads, or how long are those content waiting in your Google Docs to be published? How long are those messaging waiting for you to actually talk out in the industry? Because if you want to take action today, you need to believe that imperfection action is getting you toward your millions. Not tomorrow, not when I feel ready, not when everything is organized in Airtable or Notion. No one cares about that. What actions are you doing publicly that is keeping you, or that is helping you to move forward to your millions? What actions are you taking today? So maybe you need some inspiration what imperfect action looks like. So if you are writing a content, or if you are recording a video 10 times, post that thing. Don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect edit. Don't wait for the perfect clothes or the perfect lighting. Don't wait for that. Or sell the offer even if the back end isn't perfect. So when I launched my group offer this year, I didn't have a back end. The back end was messy. I didn't have the systems on Airtable. I only had the offer. I had the leads, and I know that I want to sell this group offer and get 5 clients. I got the 5 clients, and you know what? The launch was amazing. It was successful because I got the 5 clients. But in the back end, it was messy AF. So what did I do? I figured it out later. I didn't build the back end first. I didn't build the group course first. I didn't build the curriculum first. I didn't build the community first. All those back end stuff came after I sold the offer and got the clients. Do you see? That's an imperfect action. Or when you have leads in your DMs and you know you can help them, you know that you can actually give them a value, you know that you can actually help them in your offer, follow up in the DMs, even if it feels awkward. Follow up with them because the money is in the follow up. Or share your opinion, share your bold perspective without editing out your personality. So one imperfect action today beats the perfect action you will never take. So let me know in the comment section, what is the perfect action that you are delaying on to take, that you are not taking right now? Because you are not behind. I know all the clients I work with, they have bachelor degrees, they have master's degrees, they have coaching certifications, they even have PhD. Like, we have so much knowledge and expertise, and you should make millions. Like, I want to see more women of color coaches make millions, thrive in their business, have the financial freedom, have the freedom to work from home and to quit their 9-to-5 job if they don't want to do that. But in order to get there, what are the actions you are taking today? And I understand execution is hard in the beginning for women of color coaches, but that's not the identity anymore that you should hold as a business owner. Maybe it was in the past, maybe that was your conditioning, maybe that is how you grew up as a child, right? But now as a business owner, now as an adult, what are you choosing today? Because you are not behind, you are not inconsistent, you are not unprepared. You are simply waiting for permission. From whom are you waiting for the permission? Because the only permission you need to give is from yourself. And maybe this mindset shift will help you to take imperfect action and to give yourself the permission to take the imperfect action, is that your business is allowed to be perfect. It should be perfect. Entrepreneurship is imperfect. You are allowed to be seen unfinished. The offer should not be finished before you sell it. You should sell it before it is finished. And your $1 million year will come the moment you stop waiting and you start moving with taking the right actions over and over again. So I hope this episode helped you to actually choose actions now and to see that if you tell yourself all the time, I will take action, but you are delaying it to tomorrow, that's the reason why you are not making consistent sales. That's the reason why you didn't hit $1 million yet. That's the reason why you didn't get the impact on other people's life. So if you are a service provider, you have a coaching offer, the number one goal is to actually help other people, right? And if that is your mission, if that is why you are in business, then by you not taking the imperfect action, you are doing a disservice for other people, for your community, and for yourself. So let today be the day that you choose action, the imperfect action, and see the results that you want to see. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I see you in the next episode. Bye.